All right, well, good afternoon and welcome. My name is Christine Hall, and I'm super excited to be here with you today to talk about the 7 ways that you can level up your Instagram bio. For those of you who I've not met yet, Christine Ho, social media trainer, social media manager. I'm the owner of the MAWB network, which stands for the Mississauga and Area Women in Business, as well as the founder of the 100 Women Who Care Mississauga chapter, along with a fabulous steering team and over 100 members. Woohoo! Probably my most favorite job of all is mom, 3 amazing kids that I love dearly and can't get enough of, if you can believe that. Well, maybe on Friday nights. And I like to say I'm the cheerleader of the underdog. Always passionate about helping those who may not be in their best place at the best time and getting people to a brighter spot. You can see I have a few accolades here and a few of the icons that represent the different businesses. If you want to talk about any of these things, love to chat with you. I do need to update this to add in those Reader's Choice 2022 icons. My contact information is there. If we don't know each other, jot it down and we can grab a virtual coffee. All right, so today's session, today's little free training is about your Instagram bio. So just a show of hands, how many of you are currently using Instagram? Probably everybody. And if you're not on the screen, you don't have to show your hand. You can do a little reaction. Yep, thanks, Tanya, you're clapping. So I think everybody on this call is using Instagram. So when I talk about the Instagram bio, I want to make sure you all understand what I'm referring to. It is that top portion of your, what I call your home page, okay? Where you see your profile picture and then you see the description. And so what does it include then? It includes your display name. This is different from your user handle. Page category, pronouns, the 150 character description you get. So you have to be very creative. Your one external link, and then some buttons if you choose to turn those on, like the contact button. Okay. So what I want to talk about today is tip number 1 in that bio is make sure that you have a relevant profile picture. So it's really important when it comes to social media branding that the profile picture is recognizable. Now, for some of you who have a team or who have a corporation or a company, that's going to be your logo. If you are a solopreneur and your brand is you, then I recommend professional headshot. And if I'm not mistaken, we have a photographer on this call right now. I recommend a professional headshot. iPhones are really great at taking pictures. If you go out in the daylight and get a great shot done there, that's wonderful as well. But you make sure it's clear, it's very welcoming. Ask some people what they think of it, how that picture makes them feel. Okay. So again, if you're a product-based business or if you have a team, usually brick and mortar folks, they're going to use their company logo. If you're an influencer creator, I see realtors on the call right now. You're going to put your picture up there. If you're a broker and you have other realtors under you, how about a group shot? Why don't you go out and get a group photo done? And it might be really tiny to put in there, but it'll be a nice way of introducing the team. Okay. Remember, you are your brand and you need to make sure you're putting yourself out there. And that's the first place that you can do that is in your profile picture. Number 2 tip that I'm going to give you for up-leveling your bio is to use targeted keywords in your name field. Okay, so I want to make sure everyone understands there's a handle and then there's the name field. So Christine Hall Online is my handle, but then my name field is Christine Hall Social Media Trainer. Okay, so you want to make sure that you understand there's a difference between your handle. The handle should be something that is the same across all of your platforms so that you can easily be found. And you don't have a nightmare when it comes to marketing and putting your handles on your business cards. Your handle should be the same across all platforms. Your username can be different. And sometimes people don't even include their name in the username field. But one of the nice things is Instagram recently made a change where we now have 100 characters in that field instead of 30. So you're going to want to make sure you put in there Laurel, best, comma, artist, or Laurel can be even more specific with the type of artwork that she does, whether it's canvas, paint, acrylics, whatever that type of artistry is. We've got a realtor on the call. Don't just put Williams Family Real Estate. Put Williams Family Real Estate or Patricia Williams, Burlington Realtor. okay, or broker. Include a keyword because this field is SEO, is an SEO field, which means if someone is Googling it and looking for a Burlington realtor, if you have that in your username, you could be found. Okay, so how many of you right now in your name field are using keywords? Okay, we've got an essential oils wellness advocator here. So, you know, you would put in your name Susan, comma, essential oils advocator, or whatever that safe words is, Susan, that you can use. But whatever it is you sell, we've got Tanya here, whether she's a dog groomer, whether she's a dog trainer, we want to make sure those keywords are in that name field. Okay. We've got Wendy here. So Wendy, think of ways that you can unique gift giver or unique creator of gifts, something like that, where you can put in information that will help you be found in searches. Okay, so you might need to brainstorm. I gave you some what I thought were really easy ideas because of the professions that I know you do, but you might have a specialty service that you offer, and that's also a great thing that you can put in that name field. Okay. So yeah, once you've got the name, the correct little whatever it is, put that inside your name field. Number 3, your description. Okay, so that's the 3 or 4 lines that you see under your username. And that is only 150 characters. So we have to be really creative and succinct. We have to cut out usually all kinds of words to get to the point. I recommend myself using bulleted lists or very short lines. Okay, make it spacey and airy up there. I also recommend using a couple of emojis. Don't go crazy, but you know, if you're a realtor, put a house up there, right? Laurel's an artist, maybe she's going to put paintbrush or a canvas. I think there's a little painting icon. So think about that when you are creating your bio, okay? And you're adding in some fun, eye-catching things to your description. And then you want to make sure as well that you're using the keywords that are going to be used by your ideal client, right? Make sure you're using keywords. And I always, you know, share what you do, who you serve, how you help. Patricia, again, I'm sorry, Patricia, if it's Oakville or Burlington, but I'm going to give an example here. You know, award-winning real estate teams serving families or serving seniors or serving single moms in the Burlington area of, and then maybe name the neighborhood even, you know, if you're that laser focused. So your description is a way that your prospects, your customers know what you do and how you can help them. Sometimes people will even include in that description a transformation, okay? If it's short, you could even include some awards if they're significant. So you want to be creative, and you can try, you know, that 150 characters, rewriting it till it gets really nice and tight. The other tip I want to give you today is to tag related accounts and use branded hashtags. Okay, so what do I mean by that? Well, I'm sorry, I'm using Patricia a lot today because she's in my view right now, but she might have her own individual, let's say, real estate Instagram account, and then they might, because she's a part of a team, they might have a branded family account for the brokerage. So Patricia can create the bio with a link to her brokerage, okay? Or if you have an individual personal Instagram account, please make sure you do include a link, the @ symbol, your handle, inside your bio to get people to go to your business page. Does that make sense? I'm going to show you a couple examples in a minute, okay? You want to just always be driving people to the appropriate account. If you have a business or a sister account, or from your personal to your business. Does that make sense? Okay. And you can also put hashtags inside. So again, Susan's on my screen, and Susan sells essential oils. So you could hashtag essential oils inside your bio, because that could help you be found. That could help you be discovered.
pour le rejoindre puis attendre un towing. Fait que je te donne les nouvelles aussitôt que je peux m'en revenir à la maison.
Thank you so much. So that's tip number 4. Okay, so I see Laura's on the call. You know, Mary Kay, you can use that as a hashtag. I would recommend that you create a branded hashtag. How many of you have your own branded hashtag? Like MAWB Network, branded hashtag. Christine Hull Online, branded hashtag. Tanya's giving me a thumbs up. Okay, you should all have your own branded hashtag. That hashtag should be included in your bio. And then what happens is when people click on that hashtag, they then see all of the posts that are ever published on Instagram that use that hashtag. And what you want to do is you want to encourage and reward your friends, family, audience, clients, prospects to use that branded hashtag as well. And it's a great way to create or discover user-generated content. UGC. Okay, if you haven't heard of that. Oh, Tanya's giving me a thumbs up. Oh my gosh, Tanya, of course, right? You want your dog mummies and daddies to take pictures of their little guys and tag your shop, right? Use your branded tag after they leave from a grooming for sure. So you want to create a branded hashtag and you want to use it and you want to encourage your audience to use it. So if Laurel sells a piece of artwork, she can say, oh, when you get this hung up at home, or maybe she's mailing it, when it arrives, I'd love to see you unpacking it. I'd love to see you holding it up. And then she can do a search for those branded hashtags and she can then reshare it into her stories. She can reshare it onto her newsfeed and she can reward people. Maybe you have a contest going on, right? I think I saw, we have our 31 bags lady here. And maybe it's, you know, when you get your bags and open your party gifts, post a picture. And, you know, if you do that by Friday, I'll be giving away a free gift, right? So you can encourage people to use your hashtag and then you can search for the post with that hashtag and then you can use it and create a little fun little contests and giveaways as well. That's how you're going to really encourage them, right? Okay. Tip number 5. Everything you do needs a call to action. Even if you're posting an inspirational, motivational quote, you need a call to action. So typically people think of call to actions as click here, shop here, buy this, book now, but a call to action could also be a question, right? So whenever you post something, make sure that there is a comment, a question, a CTA in your own caption that directs the user to do something. You want your audience to engage with your content. When they engage with your content, it tells Instagram that this content is worthy. When Instagram gets the signal that this content is worthy, it will show more people, right? So if you have 2,000 followers and no one's liking or commenting, then it usually, I can't remember what the percentage is, but let's just say it shows 200. And then if people start liking it, reading it, sharing it, comment, it'll show more and more and more and more and more. So the idea here with the CTA is that you get them to do something. Stop, read, comment, drop an emoji, right? Now, in your bio, you also want to have a call to action. And you got to be clear, you got to be specific, and it's got to be short, because remember, we only have 150 characters inside our bio. So I've got some examples here, like order now, book now, get a quote, shop here, book a consult, register for an event, right? These are just some really quick and easy CTAs that you can have inside your bio. And usually what I do is I have the CTA followed by an arrow, which points down to the next line in the bio section, which is the link. So I'm going to move on to number 6. Okay, number 6 is use a link in bio tool. How many of you use a link in bio tool or just your straight link? Okay, good. I would encourage link in bio tools, because what they do is allow you to create a landing page that allows you to direct people to where you want them to go based on what you just posted or what you posted last week or what you posted last month. So in case you don't know this, Instagram only allows us to have one clickable link in our news feed. And so that's why you see that comment that always says link in bio. And we're directing people to go back up to our bio and click on the link. This link in bio tool, and I use Linktree, allows you to create a landing page. And that landing page gives you buttons and directs them to different places. Okay, it's really important, in my opinion, that you have you have a landing page. Now, if you're really great with website development, you can create a page on your website that acts like a landing page. That is the absolute best thing. But we're not all WordPress developers. We're not all savvy. We don't all have time. So there are free tools that you can use. Linktree is one I use. I'm going to show you a sample in a moment. There's also link in bio. And you can even create a landing page in Canva that acts like Linktree, that allows you to do a whole bunch more customization and great branding. Okay, so that's number 6. And then number 7 tip I'm giving you today is to use Instagram story highlights. Okay, your story highlights. Sorry, who is that? I can't find you.
Was unsuccessful finding.
I'm gonna ask you to mute, please. Why am I still hearing someone? Oh, Helen.
So
Sorry. How come I can't mute Helen right now? Helen, if you, there we go.
It's Lucy. It's Lucy.
It's Lucy. Oh, my apologies. Okay, thanks, Lucy. Sorry, ladies. Okay, so use Instagram stories. These are the circles that appear beneath your bio, the 3 or 4 lines. And these are your highlights, right? These are the things that, think about your website. On your website, we have a site menu. We have those 4 or 5 items at the top. If you can't think of what to have in the circles, then you just replicate that. So if it's services, if it's contact, if it's meet the team, products, you can replicate those circles inside your Instagram bio. Okay. The highlights are a great place for you to really share and showcase your brand, spotlight what you do in your community, show off your personality. A lot of times in our newsfeed, we have a certain aesthetic that we're following, where we're using the same colors, the same font, we're using logo, when we're using, URL, or with stories. What you can do is be off-brand, in the moment, behind the scenes, and that's really what people want to see. So I encourage you to do stories, and I encourage you, when you've got really good ones, a good response, or share really valuable information, like maybe you're on stage speaking, or you've just been given an award, or you're handing over a big check to a fundraiser organizer. Those would be shared, yes, in your newsfeed, but also in your stories up there as your highlights. Okay, so that's my 7 tips. What I'd like to do, I've got a couple more slides, but what I'd like to do really quickly. Hi, everyone. I can see all your lovely faces. Actually, you know what? Let's take a quick photo before I forget. Talking so fast, my words aren't coming out. Smile. Love it. Thank you, Tanya, for coming on. I want to take you over now to, let me see, tell me if you can see my Instagram window. I'm actually going to access Instagram from the desktop. Can y'all see that? Can I get a thumbs up? Thank you very much. And I'm just going to see, I haven't looked at the bio in a few weeks for MAWB, but let's just take a look at this for a second. So again, it's not an individual person. It is a group or an entity, so to speak. So there's my profile picture, just my icon. And then my handle is MAWB Network on all platforms. And then down here, my username, networking group for business women. Okay, so trying to make sure that it's obvious that it's not for men and women. Okay. The type or category, entrepreneur. And then right away, join our community. Connect with other business women, learn and grow. And then my call to action, join our ladies in-person networking event, November 23rd, where you see I've added an emoji and it's pointing to the link. Can y'all see that? Do I need to make that a little bigger? Okay, and then when I click on the link, which is a link tree, it's going to open up another page, which is showing me all these buttons, okay, landing page, where people can go and sign up for various courses or, join the Facebook group, whatever it is you want them to do. So Megs, if you got some giant clearance sale going on, you're definitely going to want to have that. Like whatever the most important thing is in your call to action, for the week, the month, the year, you're going to want to have those most important things at the top. And then of course they click on it and they're taken wherever. It drives them wherever you want them to go, right? So that's your link in bio. Let me just take you to 100 women and show you another example of the bio. Again, we're a group, not an individual, so we're using our logo. 100 Women Who Care Mississauga, we're using the full name there. And then emojis, join our chapter. The power of 100, which is the hashtag. A little bit about what we've accomplished. That's going to go up very soon. Volunteer-led, member-driven, RSVP for our November 9th giving circle. I didn't have space for an arrow, so it wasn't there. Normally I do try to encourage people, tell them, direct them. When I click on the link tree here, again, takes them, we did a couple radio interviews, register for meetings, websites, so on and so forth. Okay, so you should definitely have a link tree or something like that set up so that you don't have to keep changing your link, because believe me, you will forget. Okay. So for my real estate clients, because I'm a social media manager, we have a link tree set up for all of them. And then what we do is any houses for sale, we would put them in the link tree and it would show their virtual tour. Like it would take them to the virtual tour so that they can see more information. And then I was talking about the circles, right? These circles are the highlights. So once something has been posted as a story, it lasts for 24 hours. You can save it as a highlight and then it's always there. And they're branded. You want to make sure. I like branded hashtag branded icons. These were just added in recently. So you see they're not branded. They're just an image of the story, the first story. Okay. So yeah, that's the 7 tips I wanted to share with you today. Let me just go to one more. I don't think I have anything different on mine. I'm just going to go to mine and have a look and see if there's anything I did differently. I think it follows the same. Yeah. You've got Christine and then social media trainer. I never used to be able to fit that before because it was 30 characters. And I had trainer there. And guess what kind of people were following me and sending me, yes, buff, very good looking buff trainers. And then just a little, instructor, connector, mom, teaches one-on-one small group, the kind of things I teach. Notice here, founder of the MAWB network. So I'm linking people back, even though it's a business, I'm linking people back to the community, and then book a training call and then the link in bio. All right, let me just stop that share. And then go back 1 second. Yeah, didn't need to do that. Where are we? Everything is in my way today. Okay, back to my slide deck. Yeah, so real quick, the recap then, what you need to work on or your homework, or maybe you've got it all rock solid, ladies, and you don't need to do anything, but relevant profile picture, use targeted keywords in your name field. And I can probably bet 9 out of the 10 of you are not doing that right now. Which is not a bad thing. We know when we know better, we do better, right? So easy, quick things you can do to update. Revisit your description. See how enticing, welcoming that description is. And is it going to make people want to click? Is it going to make people want to go that one step further? Either click on the follow button or click on the link in bio, the link in your bio. Make sure you are directing people to related accounts if you belong to any, and for sure use branded hashtags. Create your own hashtag, get your audience to use that, encourage them maybe by having a contest, right? Always include a call to action, no matter what you're doing, include a call to action. You need people to take the next step in that buyer journey with you. So what is that? Laurel, do you offer a free card? Sign up for my newsletter and I'll mail you a free card, a hand printed free card. Patricia, you and your guys, are you going to be doing any, webinars? It could be join our webinar. If you have a home buyer's guide, it could be that. Tanya, I don't know, what have you written now? 24 books? It definitely, your call to action could be pick up the book or get a discount or download it from Kindle, whatever. I love link and tree for the link bio, and use your highlights. Okay, so those are my 7 tips. Drop in the comment section for me or in the chat box. What was your favorite tip? Okay, and what is your action going to be after today? After learning these 7 tips for up-leveling your Instagram bio, what is it you're going to be working on? I'd love to hear that, because you never know, it could be my next free training. Okay, while you're typing in there, I do want to share with you, how much time do I have? Oh, perfect, 2 minutes. This is a free training, but as I tell all of my MAWB presenters, you get to have a commercial at the end, and here's my commercial, ladies. I am hosting a 4-week course on Instagram Masterclass. It is to help you learn tips, tricks, strategies for using Instagram for business. This is, out of the course, this would be one tiny little piece, how to improve your bio, that I will be teaching in the next 4 weeks. I think we are going to spend like 10 minutes or 15 minutes on it on the overall 4-week program. But in the 4 weeks, we're going to make sure that you are feeling amazing about creating posts, individual images with carousels, with short video. We're going to talk about stories. And my favorite thing to do in stories is use the interactive stickers. We're going to show you how to do reels. If you're not doing reels yet, you really need to get on that. So we're going to talk about reels, how to do those, and ideas for scripting them. I think that's one of the hardest things is people go, well, what do I say? What do I talk about? And if you've been using Instagram for a while, you just look at your newsfeed. And if you have like 5,000 posts, I bet you 2,000 of those could be made into reels right away. And we're going to do live video. So the purpose of this 4-week program is to really help you nurture your current followings, improve your growth, and attract new customers. It is running for 4 Mondays, starting next Monday, the 14th, the 21st, the 28th, and the 5th. It is morning, afternoon, morning, afternoon. It flips back and forth. The 3rd week is actually in person. It's a hands-on session. We'll be working together. That's when I will be introducing you to live Instagram, as well as how to do the reels. And I just find sometimes that being with you and showing you what to click on, what to press, what to pinch, what to expand, if you're using Instagram, it's it can be kind of crazy with those reels, getting things at the right spot. So the 3rd session is in person. If you'd like to learn more, definitely let me know. I'd love to send you the link. I do want to share with you that this program is being offered for a very, very low investment of $127 plus tax. But until the end of the day, it is being discounted to $97. So there's a $30 discount that you can partake in. And if anyone is interested, I'll pop the link in the chat box. But now I would like to open it up to Q&A. Okay, so before we start asking questions, let me just stop the share here and stop the recording. Anyone who has questions afterwards can follow up with me